Imagine this. You're kicking back, flipping through a glossy travel brochure, picturing yourself wandering through vibrant markets in Morocco, sipping a cool drink on a Hawaiian beach, or marveling at the northern lights in Iceland. The world's whispering your name, and even in your 70s, you're ready to chase that wanderlust with a fire in your heart. But before you start packing your suitcase and dreaming of adventure, let's slam on the brakes for a hot second. Traveling after 70 isn't just about chasing thrills. It's a high-stakes gamble that can turn your postcard-perfect getaway into a heart-pounding, wallet-draining, or even life-altering nightmare if you're not ready. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 6 shocking risks that could derail your travel plans faster than a canceled flight. From health crises that strike out of nowhere to sneaky scams that could wipe out your savings, these are the dangers most folks don't see coming until they're in too deep. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for the last one. It's a total game changer that could save you from disaster. If you're over 65, or you've got a loved one who is, this video is your must-watch wake-up call. Let's dive into the wild world of travel after 70 and make sure your next adventure is epic for all the right reasons. 1. Health crises can hit like a freight train. Let's start with the big one, your health. As we hit our 70s, our bodies aren't the spry machines they once were. One minute you're feeling fine, snapping selfies at a scenic lookout. The next, you're grappling with a health scare that could change everything. After 70, the odds of sudden issues, think heart palpitations, breathing troubles, or a blood pressure spike shoot through the roof. At home, you've got your trusted doctor, a pharmacy around the corner, and a hospital you know like the back of your hand. But picture this. You're in a foreign country, thousands of miles from home, trying to explain chest pain to a doctor who doesn't speak English. That minor ache you ignored? It could spiral into a full-blown emergency, leaving you stranded in a place where the medical system feels like a maze. Long flights are like playing Russian roulette with your body. Sitting cramped for hours increases the risk of blood clots. Deep vein thrombosis is a real threat, especially for those with circulation issues. High altitudes on planes or in mountainous destinations can put serious strain on your heart and lungs, particularly if you've got pre-existing conditions like COPD or heart disease. Even something as simple as dehydration can hit like a sledgehammer in a hot, unfamiliar climate. And don't forget, infections. Your immune system isn't the fortress it used to be. A new virus or bacteria you encounter abroad could turn a sniffle into a hospital stay. Let me tell you about Barbara, a spirited 72-year-old from Portland who'd always dreamed of sailing through the Greek Isles. She pictured herself lounging on a cruise ship, soaking in the sun, not lying in the ship's medical bay, gasping for breath. 5 days into her trip, she started feeling dizzy and short of breath. The ship's doctor suspected a heart issue, but they were in the middle of the Aegean Sea, far from a proper hospital. Barbara needed an emergency helicopter evacuation to Athens, turning her dream vacation into a terrifying, costly ordeal. "I thought I was in good shape," she later told her friends, "but I had no idea how fast things could go wrong." So, how do you dodge this bullet? First, sit down with your doctor months before your trip. Get a full health checkup, blood work, stress tests, the works. Ask about your specific risks and how travel might affect them. Pack all your medications, plus extras in case of delays, and keep a detailed list of your conditions and prescriptions in your wallet. Research the healthcare system at your destination. Know where the nearest hospital is and how to access it. If you're heading abroad, invest in top-tier travel insurance that covers hospital stays, emergency evacuations, and even repatriation. It's not cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than a 6-figure medical bill. Your health is your greatest asset. Don't let a trip steal it from you. 2. Germs are lurking in every corner of the globe. Traveling is like diving headfirst into a germ jungle. Picture yourself weaving through a packed airport, squeezing into a plane seat next to a coughing stranger, or digging into a new dish at a bustling street market. Sounds exciting, right? But every one of those moments is a chance to pick up a nasty bug that could derail your trip. For younger folks, a cold or a touch of food poisoning might mean a day of inconvenience. But after 70, your immune system's running on fumes, and those same bugs can hit you like a tidal wave, leading to serious complications, hospital stays, or even long-term health setbacks. Studies show older adults are far more vulnerable to infections, especially when exposed to new viruses or bacteria in unfamiliar places. Airplanes are basically flying petri dishes of breathing recycled air, with dozens of strangers from all corners of the world. One sneeze from the guy in 12B, and you're battling a flu strain your body's never seen. Then there's food and water safety. That mouth-watering dish you can't wait to try? It might come with a side of salmonella, E. coli, or norovirus. Even a simple salad washed in local tap water can send you sprinting to the bathroom or worse, to a clinic. Public surfaces are another hidden danger. Hotel doorknobs, bus handrails, or even the touchscreen at the airport check-in kiosk, they might look clean, but they're often crawling with germs. If you rely on a cane or walker, you're touching even more surfaces, upping your risk. Consider Jack, a 73-year-old retiree from Vancouver, who was thrilled to explore Thailand's vibrant street markets. He thought he was being careful, sticking to reputable food stalls. But one bad bowl of noodles landed him in a local hospital with severe food poisoning. Dehydrated and weak, he spent a week recovering instead of sightseeing. "I didn't realize how fragile my system was," he admitted later. "At home, I'd have been fine, but there, it was a wake-up call." How do you stay safe? Make hand sanitizer your new best friend. Use it after touching anything public. Wear a mask in crowded spots like airports, planes, or buses, especially during flu season. Stick to bottled water, even for brushing your teeth. And avoid raw foods like salads or undercooked meats unless you're certain they're safe. Before you go, talk to your doctor about vaccines for things like hepatitis A, typhoid, or traveler's diarrhea. Pack some over-the-counter meds for emergencies, like antidiarrheals or decongestants. A few smart habits can keep you exploring instead of curled up in a hotel bed praying for relief. Hey, if you're finding these tips eye-opening, drop a 2 in the comments to let me know you're with me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Your support keeps us pumping out content that could save your next trip. 3. Exhaustion can turn your adventure into a slog. Travel sounds like a blast until you're dragging yourself through a 14-hour flight, racing to make a connection, or trudging through a crowded museum with aching knees. After 70, your body doesn't snap back from exhaustion like it did in your 30s. That bone-deep fatigue can linger for days or even weeks, turning your dream trip into a grueling marathon you didn't sign up for. Sleep is one of the biggest culprits. Unfamiliar hotel beds too hard, too soft, or just plain weird can keep you tossing and turning. Add in noisy city streets, a snoring neighbor in the next room, or jet lag from crossing multiple time zones, and good luck getting a wink. Studies show older adults take way longer to adjust to time zone changes, sometimes a full week or more. That means you're walking around like a zombie, foggy-headed and cranky, while trying to enjoy your vacation. Lack of sleep doesn't just make you tired, it weakens your immune system, dulls your focus, and can even mess with your heart rhythm. Then there's the physical toll. Sitting for hours on a plane, train, or bus can leave your joints screaming and your legs swollen. If you've got arthritis, poor circulation, or back issues, it's like pouring salt in a wound. Those conditions increase the risk of blood clots or muscle strains. Once you arrive, the demands pile on. Hauling your suitcase through a train station, climbing steps to a historic site, or keeping up with a tour group that's moving like they're auditioning for the Olympics. It's no wonder so many travelers come home feeling like they need a vacation to recover from their vacation. Take Susan, a 71-year-old from Melbourne who planned a whirlwind tour of Italy's art cities. She was active at home, walking her dog daily, so she thought she could handle it. But after a long flight, a 6-hour time difference, and a packed itinerary of museums and cathedrals, she was running on empty by day 3. She started skipping tours to nap in her hotel, barely seeing the sights she dreamed of. When she got home, it took weeks to shake the exhaustion. "I pushed myself too hard," she said. "I should have planned for rest." Here's how to beat the fatigue trap. Plan your trip like you're pacing a marathon, not sprinting a race. Book shorter flights with layovers to break up long journeys. Schedule rest days, real ones, where you sleep in, read a book, or just sip coffee at a cafe. Pack light to avoid wrestling with heavy bags, and bring healthy snacks like nuts or protein bars to keep your energy steady. Stay hydrated, carry a reusable water bottle, and sip often. And don't be afraid to say no to a packed schedule. Your trip should leave you buzzing with joy, not crawling back to bed, wondering why you left home. 4. A single fall can shatter your plans. Here's a gut punch truth. One wrong step can turn your dream trip into a life-changing disaster. After 70, your balance isn't as sharp, your reflexes are slower, and your bones are more brittle. A stumble at home might mean a bruise or a quick recovery. On the road, it could mean a broken hip, a months-long hospital stay, or even losing the ability to live independently. Falls are no joke. They're one of the biggest risks for older travelers. Travel settings are a minefield of hazards. Picture uneven cobblestone streets in a charming European village, dimly lit hotel hallways, or steep, rickety stairs at a historic landmark. Many destinations aren't built with aging bodies in mind. No ramps, no handrails, no forgiveness. Simple tasks like stepping onto a tour bus, navigating a crowded market, or walking through a rainy plaza can turn treacherous in a heartbeat. And if you do fall, getting fast, reliable medical care isn't a given. In some places, it could take hours or days to get proper treatment, turning a minor injury into a major problem. Think about David, a 74-year-old from Chicago who was thrilled to visit Ireland's rugged coastline. He was fit, walked daily, and felt ready for adventure. But one windy day, he tripped on a rocky path near the cliffs of Moher, fracturing his wrist. The nearest hospital was a long drive away, and the understaffed clinic struggled to help. His trip ended early, and he faced months of rehab back home. "I thought I was careful," he said later, "but those paths weren't made for me." To stay safe, choose destinations with accessibility in mind. Think flat terrain, elevators, and plenty of handrails. Wear sturdy, non-slip shoes, and consider a walking stick or cane for extra stability, even if you don't usually need one. Stay well-rested, as fatigue makes falls more likely. Scope out your surroundings, watch for uneven surfaces or poor lighting, and know your limits. No bucket list destination is worth risking your mobility or independence. Still hanging in there? Drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for more game-changing advice. Your support keeps this channel alive. 5. Financial traps can empty your wallet. Traveling after 70 isn't just tough on your body, it can hit your bank account like a wrecking ball. You might think your savings or regular insurance will cover you, but one unexpected bill can turn your dream trip into a financial horror show. Medical costs, trip cancellations, and scams can drain your savings faster than you can say refund. Let's talk medical bills first. Most standard health insurance plans don't cover treatment abroad. A single ER visit in a foreign country could cost thousands, and an emergency airlift? We're talking tens of thousands, sometimes more. Without proper travel insurance, you're on your own. Then there's the issue of trip cancellations. You book a cruise or tour months in advance, assuming you'll be healthy enough to go. But life's unpredictable. A sudden illness could force you to cancel, and many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict no-refunded policies. That's thousands of dollars down the drain, with no way to get it back. Scams are the cherry on top of this financial nightmare. Older travelers are like magnets for con artists. Fake taxi drivers might charge triple the fare, online deals might vanish with your deposit, or phishing scams might trick you into sharing your credit card info. Take Linda, a 75-year-old from Toronto who booked a luxury Caribbean resort online. She arrived to find no resort was a scam. Her savings were gone, and she had to shell out double for a last-minute hotel. "I felt so stupid," she said. "It ruined the whole trip." Here's how to protect your wallet. Double-check your health insurance for international coverage. If it's lacking, buy comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies, evacuations, and cancellations. Book through reputable companies, think well-known airlines, hotels, or tour operators, and avoid deals that sound too good to be true. Keep your financial info locked down. Use credit cards instead of cash, and never share sensitive details with strangers. A little paranoia can save your life savings. 6. Mental and emotional stress can steal the fun. Travel is supposed to be a joyride, but after 70, it can feel like a mental obstacle course. Navigating unfamiliar cities, deciphering foreign signs, or dealing with travel hiccups like delayed flights or lost luggage can pile on stress like nobody's business. As we age, our brains process new info a bit slower, and stress hits harder. What feels like a small bump in the road can turn into a mountain of anxiety when you're far from home. Getting lost in a foreign city isn't just annoying, it can spark panic, especially if you're alone or struggling with a language barrier. A packed itinerary rushing from one landmark to another can leave you mentally fried. Cognitive changes, like slower reaction times or trouble multitasking, make it harder to keep up with fast-paced travel plans or handle surprises like a canceled train. For many, the pressure to maximize a trip turns excitement into exhaustion. Consider Robert, a 70-year-old from Seattle who planned a solo trip to Japan. He was pumped to explore Tokyo's temples and tech hubs, but he didn't expect the overwhelm of navigating crowded subways and unfamiliar signs. On day 3, a missed train connection left him stranded for hours, and the stress was too much. He cut his trip short, wishing he'd traveled with a friend or chosen a less chaotic destination. "I wasn't ready for how intense it would be," he said. To keep your head in the game, pick destinations where you feel comfortable. Think English-speaking countries or places with familiar vibes. Travel with a buddy for moral support, and keep your schedule loose. No back-to-back tours or dawn-to-dusk sightseeing. Build in downtime to recharge, whether it's a quiet morning in a cafe or an afternoon nap. Your trip should leave you smiling, not stressed out and swearing off travel for good. Final thoughts. Is travel worth the risk? Wow, what a journey we've been on. We've uncovered 6 heart-stopping dangers of traveling after 70. Health crises that strike like lightning. Germs lurking in every corner. Exhaustion that drags you down. Falls that can change your life. Financial traps that empty your wallet. And mental stress that steals the fun. These aren't just scary stories. They're real risks that can turn a dream vacation into a nightmare if you're not prepared. But does that mean you should toss your passport and stay home forever? Heck no! Travel can still be the adventure of a lifetime, but it's all about being savvy. Forget the grueling long-haul flights or risky destinations. Go for closer, safer spots. Think a charming coastal town in Maine, a cozy cabin in the Canadian Rockies, or a walkable city like Vancouver with top-notch hospitals nearby. Short road trips, local getaways, or destinations with great accessibility can give you all the thrills without the stress. The goal is to make memories that light up your soul, not problems that haunt you long after you're home. If you or someone you love is itching to travel after 70, take a deep breath and ask some hard questions. Is my health up for this challenge? Do I have rock-solid travel insurance? Is this destination safe, accessible, and manageable? These questions might not be glamorous, but they're your armor against disaster. Life after 70 is about living big, staying independent, joyful, and healthy, not risking it all for a trip gone wrong. Thanks for joining me on this eye-opening ride. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today or how you'll plan your next trip smarter. Your stories keep this community buzzing. If this video hit home, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Here's to safe, epic travels that make your heart sing. See you in the next video.